Hey guys, this is Nate from Reds of the World, and I'm coming to you from the United States in Arizona. And it's Friday early afternoon here, and I wanted to talk about the Wednesday night match away to Bruges, some transfer news that's happening, and then of course do a short little preview for what's coming up on Sunday, which is going to be a great match, a great litmus test for how we're doing so far as a club. I do have my black eye; it's pretty cool. It's kind of going away, but it's from some indoor footy from Tuesday night. Took an elbow accidentally to the eye. First time I've ever had a black eye. So I get the looks from people all the time. Some great stuff, but probably thinking I've been in a brawl of some kind, but just footy, no big deal. Um, but that's what I have now. So let's talk about Wednesday night. What a match from Manchester United. What a match. I mean, we needed to win. It was a huge match. Last season we played kind of a stretch of huge matches, not so much pointing to one particular match as being a really big match. Obviously, we beat Tottenham, beat City, beat Liverpool away. I mean, we had a really good run that kind of solidified us being in the top four. So those were really big matches. But if you want to point to one match as Louis van Gaal's biggest match, you have to say it's the match from Wednesday night when we traveled to Bruges. We were up 3-1 from the home leg. Michael Carrick scoring that own goal to give Bruges an away goal. So there was a little bit of nerves there, I think, for a lot of people. And I'm sure the manager was focused in getting his players focused for this match, because we're talking 50 million pounds of money from the Champions League. We're talking transfers. We're talking getting United back into that top level. We are the biggest club in the world, but for the last couple of seasons, we haven't been in the competitions we've needed to be in. We haven't played the football we need to play, and so deservedly, we dropped down in people's opinion. We've dropped down in kind of our rankings throughout the world, and it's Louis van Gaal is the man to bring us up. There is no one better for that right now, and so if you want to point to a huge match, you have to say it was Wednesday night's trip away to Bruges. A win, even a draw for us, a 0-0 draw, a 1-1 draw, that puts us into the Champions League proper. We're in the group stages for the long haul now, and then it's up to us to qualify from the group stages into the knockout rounds. So huge match. I was not worried at all. I thought we were going to go in, play really well, maybe win 1-0, possibly 2-0. I didn't think Louis van Gaal would open up things. I think he would want to see a stout defensive display, get that away goal to kind of shut the doors on any type of comeback from Bruges and get United back into the Champions League. And so for us to come out to play so positively, to see Rooney break his duck for the season and then go on to score two more in the second half, get his hat trick, had a chance at a fourth with the keeper making a really good save when Rooney was going to chip him, and then obviously Ander Herrera rounding off the scoring with the fourth goal. That through ball from Bastian Schweinsteiger was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It's hard to put it into words. You just get the vibe, you watch it over and over. He's got the ball, the player's coming up on him, he's slipping away, and somehow he sees Herrera making the run, and he slips it through the entire defense, and Herrera's free to slot that past the keeper and then celebrate like he's won the World Cup. I love Ander Herrera. Him playing at number 10 on Wednesday night was a revelation, and I think a lot of us as fans, even though sometimes people say, you're not the manager and you're not paid and you don't know what the manager knows, I think sometimes as fans, our education and our viewpoints are devalued. In all fairness, we've seen Ander Herrera. We know that what he can do, how he opens up defenses, the way he does things. And so for us to have that opportunity really to see him in that number 10 role after playing so poorly in the first half was amazing. So for him to score that goal, get subbed right off, and just put that seed in Louis van Gaal's mind, like maybe Herrera should be starting as my number 10. I mean, that was perfect from Ander Herrera to do. He's been nothing but professional, nothing but beating the heart of a Manchester United player. So Ander Herrera, a great match. Rooney was my man of the match Wednesday night. His hat trick to shut up everyone in the world was the most perfect response. I never doubted Rooney for one instant. He didn't doubt himself, and obviously the manager wasn't doubting him either. That doesn't necessarily mean we don't need another striker, another quality good striker, even a world-class striker to play up there. If Louis van Gaal wants to switch up to a 4-3-3, play different formations, we need a quality striker. But I fully expect Rooney to score 20-plus, 25-plus goals this season and break the scoring record, become Manchester United's all-time scorer, and lead us back to some trophies this season. So full props to Wayne Rooney for facing his critics head-on through the last couple of weeks and then getting that hat trick in the Champions League away to Bruges. So full props to him, man of the match. we're back in the Champions League. Our draw was quite interesting, don't you think? It seemed like obviously there was a huge chance we were going to get Barcelona. I'm always of the mindset that I want to draw the best teams. I never mind playing the best teams in Europe. That's what the competition's all about. We're not trying to draw some minnows here and squeak through, because when you draw those minnows, you underestimate. You end up making things more difficult than you should have, and Manchester United has done that before. So the draw for me was good. I would have liked us to draw with Barcelona or Bayern Munich. Playing those top-notch teams is who we are as Manchester United. And so, but to get PSV, that's a good draw. PSV won their league. They are missing their top scorer, though, obviously, because he's joined Manchester United. So I'm fully expecting Manchester United, even though they were in pot number 2, to be the top team in Group B this year in the Champions League. We've got to play Wolfsburg, and that's going to be a great team. They're losing De Bruyne. They're losing Petrovic or Pesic to Perisic. I'm sorry, my mind is going blank on his name. They're losing Perisic to Inter, and then obviously De Bruyne is going to make his stupid money move to Manchester City, and Wolfsburg is going to be different. They've still got great players. Das Bost is a great scorer. They've got Rodriguez. So they've got some great players at Wolfsburg. Same thing with PSV. And then obviously CSK is always a tough trip out to Russia. But I've got great memories of Russia from 2008. So I do think Manchester United should top their group this year. I think that we could do it with some quality wins at home and then win a couple of matches away, a couple of draws probably to see us top the group. So it was a great draw for me. I was hoping for a Barcelona or a Bayern Munich, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, and now we're back in the Champions League. A little bit of transfer news. The only thing to report right now coming up, this is Friday for me here in the U.S., and we've got only just 4 days left. Tuesday, 4 days away until the transfer window closes. So there's still some business to be done, and I think it may be involved with more players going out, which was confirmed today with some of the rumors about Johnny Evans having his medical at West Brom. But nevertheless, we could see some players still come in. I think we've got a few holes, a few gaps that we definitely want to see filled. We do need another striker, another attacker, even if it's not a specific number 9, at least an attacker to join up front to relieve some of the pressure off Rooney, to create more chances. We've got some amazing attackers, but I wouldn't mind seeing somebody replace Angel Di Maria, since he's obviously off to PSG. So could see that, and I would love to see Aymeric Laporte come in from Bilbao, left-footed defender, 21, perfect, would be a defender for United for the next 10 years. Same thing with Stones. I'm greedy. I'd love to see both Stones and Laporte come in and be an amazing center-back pairing for a long time to come. So I doubt we'll see either one, but like I said, I'm a little greedy. I want them both, but I doubt we'll see that happen. So we do have that, but I just want to take a second and talk about Johnny Evans for a minute. He's been an unbelievable servant for Manchester United. He has been so great at what he's done. Yeah, he's had tough times. He's had injuries. Sometimes he's had just moments where you have no clue what he's actually doing. But for a player coming up through the youth academy, loaned out to Sunderland a couple of different times under Roy Keane, and then coming back and spending 2 or 3 or 4 quality years as a centre back for Manchester United. His highest year of appearances was the 2011-2012 season. He made 40 appearances across all competitions. That's a lot. So Evans has been amazing for us. He's dropped off in the last few years. Never really recovered after that 2012-2013 season when we won the Premier League and then Ferguson retired. But all in all, Johnny Evans won 3 Premier League titles. In total, he won 9 trophies with Manchester United. So I wish Johnny Evans nothing but luck. I hope he does really well for West Brom. He's going to meet back up with Darren Fletcher. And I think if he can go injury-free, he can be quality for them. And I'm looking forward to seeing him there. And so I wish him nothing but the best. Thank you for everything you've done for us, Johnny Evans. You put up with a lot of stick from so-called fans of the club. Don't listen to them. You've been great. If things haven't worked out the way we hoped, or that you even hoped, obviously, but good luck if the rumors are true that you're off to West Brom. Good luck. I hope you do really well with them. All right, last piece. We're going to talk a little bit about the preview for coming up on Sunday. We're traveling away to Swansea. Swansea did the double over us last year. Can you believe that? That opening match after winning all our preseason matches. was heartbreaking. Rooney had that kind of semi-overhead kick to go 1-1, and then Swansea scored that goal late in the second half and won that opening match in the Premier League last season 2-1. And then we traveled away to Swansea and ended up having the same thing happen and lost 2-1. So they did the double overs last season, which this year would be unacceptable in my opinion. They have played really well. They've got a win and 2 draws. They're sitting on 5 points. And by far their best player this season has been Gomez up front. He's been unbelievable. Scored 3 goals, has really solidified his position in that team. He's a big striker. He's aggressive, and he's scoring goals right now. So his attacking play coming up against Chris Smalling and Daley Blind will definitely be something to watch. I fully expect our defensive back four to be as solid as they've been all season. It's possible we could give up a goal, but I don't see it happening. I see us locking that down and performing well. And then Darmian's going to have a really good test with Montero. Montero's an attacking player on the right. He is fast. He is exciting to watch, and so he's going to come up against our special player in Matteo Darmian. So a couple of things to watch this Sunday in those matchups, but overall I fully expect Manchester United to come away with 3 points. I think our attacking play is going to be better than Swansea's on the day. They've done amazing over the last few years at building a solid squad, scoring goals, and then pulling some over on some big teams. So I'm not going into this believing at all that we're just going to wash them away. I do think they're going to put up a formidable account, maybe even score a goal. But I fully expect Manchester United to come away. My scoreline for this match is 3-1 to Manchester United. I think we'll be able to get that. I think Rooney's going to grab a goal, if not 2, to continue his scoring form. And then I think we might get a goal from a defender. Maybe Shaw or Darmian scoring their first goal for the club would be amazing. So hopefully we'll see Ander Herrera play in that 10 position. Januzaj's out hurt, which is disappointing. He was finally getting a good run of matches in the first team, which is what I think those youth players need to gain confidence. But if he's out injured, it's time for somebody else to step up. Like they say here in America with American football, that an injury is just an opportunity for the next player to prove their worth. And so we have to believe that Van Gaal's going to go with the best option at 10, which has to be Ander Herrera right now. After that display Wednesday, I think United could go in and be an attacking, formidable foe for Swansea and put to bed last year's 6 points drop to Swansea. I mean, that's still shaking my head after that last season, but this year's a new year. We were playing like a completely different team, and I'm fully expecting us to get 3 points with a 3-1 win. I think the team that started on Wednesday night away to Brugge is going to be the team that starts with a couple of changes. Herrera, I think, will stay, but he'll be shifted from that midfield position. He'll be shifted up front to be the number 10. I do think in his position in midfield, hopefully Schneiderlin comes back in, and then, or he'll come in for Carrick, and then Schweinsteiger. So I'd like to see midfield start with Ander Herrera being pushed up to the number 10, which is the preferable lineup for me. All the positions around the pitch staying the same for now, and seeing Memphis out on the left, Mata out on the right next to Herrera, and then Rooney up front would be an amazing with midfield, our great back four, and obviously Romero scoring in goals. So that's my predicted lineup for this weekend. I'm expecting Manchester United to win, like I said. My predicted scoreline is 3-1, and I do think we'll see some great football from Manchester United. It's going to be a tough match. It might be 1-0 or 1-1 in the second half at some point, but I do think we'll score a couple of goals and be able to push on. However, who knows? Maybe we go on and win 4-0. It's a formidable defeat to Swansea. We look great and everything is amazing, and we move into the international break having won a great match. You just never know, but I fully expect Swansea to play really well because they've been doing nothing but that so far this season, and I'm also expecting them to put up a great fight, but I do expect Manchester United to win. So all in all, those are my thoughts about Bruges, my thoughts about the Champions League draw, my thoughts on the transfers of Johnny Evans, and my prediction and lineups for the match coming up on Sunday. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Anything you want. Why don't you comment down below? Subscribe to Reds of the World. Let's talk football. It's my favorite thing to talk about, talking Manchester United. So hopefully you guys are doing really well out there, wherever you're at, wherever you end up watching this video from. Cheers to all of you, and come on, you Reds.